And today's lesson is titled, What is Ordered by the Spirit? Diligence is a must toward our salvation, and the only way we know what is right and required by our guide is if we study to show ourselves approved, being a servant that is attentive to every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the vessels chosen for reproof, correction, and guidance. The word of wisdom is given to us to show us the way of enlightenment and the path we must take to be accepted into eternal glory through Jehovah, the word unto the Father, Yahweh. The order in which we must live, or else we will perish with the rest of the land, not being separated and passed over unto what was required and charged by our Master and King. To live in the Spirit through faith and sincerity of mind, and keep our side of the promise, because we know our guide is true and can't lie, nor look upon iniquity. So we must do what is required and ordered with all our strength and soul to serve our Creator and Savior, and endure through all obstacles that contend our faith and understanding, and stay on the one path that has been ordered from the beginning. So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 5 through 8. And it says, on this side Jordan, let's see if I can look up Jordan. Jordan is on page 1546 and is crossing over, descending, flowing down, or flowing downward. On this side of the crossing over are the descending in the land of Moab, because they're descending, they're falling into pits. They're not ascending to a higher level of wisdom. Began Moses to declare this law, saying, the Spirit of God our guide spake unto us in Horeb, saying, ye have dwelt long enough in this mount. And mount is land. Let me go to it real fast. Mount is on page 1557, and is place of or in the land or mountain. So you have dwelt long enough in this land, or in this place of. Turn you, and take your journey, and go to the mount, the land of the Amorites, and unto all the places nigh thereunto, in the plain, in the hills, and in the vale, and in the south, and by the seaside, to the land of the Canaanites, and unto Lebanon, unto the great river, the river Euphrates. Behold, remember, I have set the land before you, in the presence of you. Go in and possess. Possess is to hold, or own, or control, acquire. So remember, I have set the land in the presence of you. Go in and possess. Control the land which the Spirit of God swore unto your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give unto them and to their seed after them. Second Chronicles chapter 19, verse 1 through 11. And Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, returned to his house in peace to Jerusalem. And Jehu, the son of Hananiah, the seer, went out to meet him, and said to King Jehoshaphat, Shouldest thou help the ungodly, and love them, promise them that hate the Spirit of God? This is a question. Therefore is wrath upon thee from before the Spirit of God. And let me find something. This just popped in my head. Something Yahweh said. First John 2:15. Let me hit another one too. I gotta find it. 2:15. It says 15. Love not the world, promise not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love, promise the world, the promise of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, verse 16, and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Shouldest thou help the ungodly and love them that hate the Lord? We know the world of darkness hates the Spirit of God. And they love the world that is contrary, that darkness that is contrary to that light, which is of the Spirit of God, that wisdom. They want rather stay in darkness than come to that marvelous light. Their pride, they're part of that shadow government that we've been learning about. Um, Let me see one more. Let's go to Jeremiah 14 and 11. Let's start at 10. Thus saith the Spirit of God unto this people, thus have they loved to wander, because our Spirit of God give us straight commandment to what we supposed to do and how we supposed to operate. And He's given us eyes to see and ears to understand so that we won't wander, we won't be lost. They have not refrained their feet their desire. Therefore the Spirit of God does not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins. Then said the Spirit of God unto me, Pray not for this people for their good. So we've been given instructions on how to answer that question. Let's see, one more. John 17:9. Let's start at verse 6, 17:6. John 17:6. I have manifested thy way unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. Now they have known that all the things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. For I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me, and they have received that order by thy Spirit, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So it says, and Jehu, the son of Hananiah the seer, went out to meet Jehoshaphat the king, and said to the king, Jehoshaphat, shouldest thou help the ungodly and love them that hate the Spirit of God? No, because it says, pray not for them. Therefore is wrath upon thee from before the Spirit of God, because you're contrary, you're going against the grain. He just reminded us in the books of the prophet and from Jehovah himself that says, I pray not for the world. Nevertheless, there are good things found in thee, in that thou hast taken away the groves out of the land, and hast prepared thine heart to seek Jehovah. And Jehoshaphat dwelt at Jerusalem, and he went out again through the people from Beersheba to Mount Ephraim, and brought them back unto the Spirit of God, thy guide of their fathers. So he's mending that order. He's healing what was broken. So it says Jehoshaphat dwelt at Jerusalem, and he went out again through the people from Beersheba to Mount Ephraim, and brought them back unto the Spirit of God of their fathers. So he was putting in that work, because it was a good thing found in thee. His heart seeked after Jehovah. Just the verse 5, and he set judges, teachers in the land throughout the people, throughout all the fenced cities of Judah, city by city, and said to the teachers, take heed what ye do. Understand that order. Keep what is required of us, that understanding precept upon precept, line upon line. Take heed what ye do. For ye judge not for men, ye teach not for men, but for the Spirit of God. So we're not in the stewardship with this world. We are servants of the Creator, of Yahweh, through Jehovah, that gives us that wisdom, that understanding on what we should teach, and we take heed to it. We don't alter, we don't diminish, or we don't add to. We stick to the script of what is written. Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Spirit of God and read. No one of these shall fail. So why would we go anywhere else? There's no failing in this book. We all get A's if we stick to the script, precept upon precept. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it hath commanded. It is ordered by his Spirit, and his Spirit it hath gathered them to give us understanding. Take heed what you do, for ye judge not for man, but for the Spirit of God who is with you in judgment and teachings and doctrines. Wherefore now let the desire, the fear of the Spirit of God be upon you. Take heed and do it, for there is no iniquity, no acts of sin with the Spirit of God our God. That's what I was just saying. We get straight A's. We take heed to that Spirit. We walk side hand in hand. We walk behind and not before. Nor respect of persons, nor taking of gifts, which is what this world is going to do to you, to try to deceive you, to blind your eyes, and keep you from being steadfast on that word of truth. They're going to try to alter it and taint it by trying to give you respect of persons, trying to, or give gifts, which the gifts transferred to the respect of persons, because if a person give you that gift, then they try to demand respect from you by giving you something to subdue your understanding. Moreover, in Jerusalem did Jehoshaphat set of the Levites and of the priests and of the chief of the fathers of Israel for the teachings and doctrines of the Spirit of God, and for controversies when they returned to Jerusalem. So we already have establishment, a system going. God is not the author of confusion. His order is right. So we must take heed to what is ordered by that Spirit, so that we can become servants in that land that good land that he's looking for, that's producing the works which is ordered by the Spirit. Exodus 4:11-12. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to, yeah. Oh, I was supposed to read 11. All right, let's just read this back over again. 2 Chronicles 19:9-11. And he charged them, saying, Thus shall you do in the fear and the desire of the Spirit of God faithfully and with a perfect heart. And what cause soever shall come to you of your brethren that dwell in their cities between blood and blood, between law and commandment, statutes and judgments, you shall even warn them that they trespass not against the Spirit of God. And so wrath come upon you and upon your brethren. This do, and ye shall not trespass. Keep that order of our society. This is how we built a community in our society, separated from the world. We have instructions and what is ordered by the Spirit, so we can build our own. We don't have to live under the ordinances of this world. And behold, Amariah, the chief priest, is over you in all matters of the Spirit of God, and Zebadiah the son of Ishmael, the ruler of the house of Judah, for all the king's matters. Also the Levites shall be officers before you in the presence of you. Deal courageously, and the Spirit of God shall be with the good. Now let's go to Exodus 4:11 through 12. And the Spirit of God said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or deaf, or the seeing or the blind? Have not I the Spirit of God? Because we all have been dumb, deaf, or blind. But once that wisdom came to us, he was able to reprove us and correct us and heal us if we took heed into our hearts what was required and what was ordered by that Spirit for that to happen, to where we can be able to open our mouths and speak and not be dumb, and we can be able to have the ears to hear so that we won't be deaf to the righteousness of the law, to the words from the prophets, the words that is ordered by that Spirit that gives us life. And we was also blind to not, because we was living in darkness, and we was in that pit, falling further and further from the light of righteousness and that truth and that wisdom. Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. So those that are in fear of teaching, we got to understand that it's a faith. It's not us that's teaching. We're just the vessels. We got to let that Spirit order our mouth aright, so that he can be with thy mouth and teach thee what thou shalt say. All the teachers on here do not, we take a couple notes, but most of this stuff is just comes on the fly. Once we see precept upon precept, line upon line, it just flows. And it's not coming from our mind, but from our heart, from that seed that's within our heart. I couldn't I couldn't imagine speaking these spiritual ways without wisdom, without Jehovah, because I would be dumb, deaf, and blind. I give all the credit to Jehovah, because it is not me. It is what is ordered by the Spirit. I just got to put my effort, my diligence towards it, and it comes as he promises, because he's true. But the flesh is weak, and we always have those obstacles of the flesh that is presented to us to where we get fearful or we don't trust, but we gotta circumcise that part of our hearts, that flesh. Those desires should be circumcised so that he can come into us, that spirit can come into us, and we can go. And he will be with thy mouth and teach thee what thou shalt say. Ezekiel 3:1-11. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat, learn that thou findest. Eat this roll, learn this roll, this doctrine, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to learn that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, servant of man, cause thy belly to learn, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat, I learned, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. I will be with thy mouth. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. Now therefore, verse Exodus 4:12, now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. And he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. For thou art perfection and beauty, not sent to a people of a strange speech, and of an hard language, but to the house of Israel, those that was just like you. So if you can do it, they can do it. But some of them won't want to do it. And that's the ones you shake the dust off your boots and keep it moving. Not to many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. See, we was like that once before. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces. So remember, I have made thy understanding strong against their understanding. And thy forehead strong against their foreheads. As an adamant harder than flint have I made thy forehead. Fear them not, desire them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, all my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart, and hear with thine ears. And go, get thee to them of the captivity, what is ordered by the Spirit, unto the children of thy people, and speak unto them, and tell them, Thus saith the Creator thy God, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. Get on your job. Faith without works is dead. He's requiring us to put in that work. He's ordered us to put in his work. That spirit. Then the spirit took me up, so we don't have to do any work. And I heard behind me a voice of a great rushing, saying, Knowledge and wisdom is given, be the glory of the Spirit of God from his place. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 18:15, because he gives us a glimpse of what just happened. That's why it's always great to have this Apocrypha, because those without the 82 books is lacking what is ordered by the Spirit. They can't get it all. Verse 12, then the Spirit took me up, and I heard behind me a voice of a great rushing. Blessed be the glory of the Spirit of God from his place. Thine almighty word leaped down from heaven out of thy royal throne, thy place, his place, as a fierce man of war, a great rushing of men of war into the midst of a land of destruction. So let's go back to Ezekiel 3 and go to 12. Oh, I already read that. 12. Let's go to 14 through 22 and 27. So the Spirit lifted me up and took me away, and I went in bitterness in the heat of my spirit. But the power of the Spirit of God was strong upon me. Then I came to them of the captivity at Tel Aviv, that dwelt by the river of Kibar, and I sat where they sat, and remained there astonished among them 7 days. And it came to pass at the end of 7 days, that completion, that the word of the Spirit of God came unto me, saying, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, Thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his life will I require at thine hand. And this is the fate of all those that do not start teaching, but have the ability to teach. They just deny to teach because they're fearful, or they fear that they're lacking something, or they have issues. The issue is the flesh, and we all are in flesh, so we all have issues. But we must trust in the Spirit of God and not lean upon our own understanding. Because right here, when I say unto the wicked, Thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, because you have that word of life in you to give them, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, calling you a wicked man because you choose not to give life. But his life will I require it at thine hand, at thy power. Deuteronomy 18 and 19. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my way, I will require it of him. Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, this still applies both ways. And he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. This is the only catch. You delivered your soul because you did what was required. You did what was ordered by the Spirit. Again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered. But his blood will I require, his life will I require at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sin not, and he doth not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned. Also thou hast delivered thy soul. And the hand of the Spirit of God was there upon me. So the power of the Spirit of God was there upon me, and he said unto me, Arise, go forth into the plain, and I will there talk with thee. 27. But when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Creator thy God, Jehovah, he that heareth, let him hear, and he that forbeareth, let him forbear, for they are a rebellious house. Psalms 2, chapter 2, verse 7 through 11. 7 and 11. Psalms 2, 7 and 11. I will declare the decree. The Spirit of God has said unto me, Thou art thou perfection and beauty, my servant. This day have I begotten thee. 11. Serve the Spirit of God with fear, with desire, and rejoice with trembling. Leviticus 25 and 55. And 55. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Spirit of God, your God. So will you serve for him, or will you serve for yourself? Genesis 49, 1 to 2. Because if you serve for yourself, this is what's going to happen. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Hebrews 10, 5 through 9. Wherefore, when he cometh into the world, he said, Sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body hast thou prepared me. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. In burnt offerings and sacrifice for sin thou hast had no pleasure. Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me, to do thy will, O Father. Above, when he says sacrifice and offering and burnt offerings, so above when he said establish a covenant and offering a gift and gifts living gifts and gifts for sin thou wouldest not. neither has pleasure therein, which are offered by the law. Then said he, Lo, I come to do thy will, O Father. He taketh away the first, that he may establish the second. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. That second is Israel. That first was Jacob of the flesh. So will you diligently hearken to that spirit, or will you hearken to that flesh, or observe to do what that flesh does? Deuteronomy 4:1-5. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments, the teachings and doctrines which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live, and go in and possess the land which the Spirit of God, thy God of your fathers, giveth you. You shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall you diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments, what is ordered of the Spirit of your God, which I command you. Your eyes have seen what the Spirit of God did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that follow Baal Peor, the Spirit of God thy God have destroyed them from among you. But ye that did cleave unto the Spirit of God your God are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and teachings and doctrines, even as the Spirit of God my guide commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it. Because this is the law of our society and the law of our heritage, that we should live by and keep, so that we won't be destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 2, chapter 2, verse 1-3. My son, if thou come to serve the Creator, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. 1 Peter 4:11-13. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Jehovah. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Jehovah giveth, that Jehovah in all things may be glorified through salvation, the anointed one. So let's redo this. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God, of the Father, of the Creator. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which Jehovah giveth, that Yahweh in all things may be glorified through salvation, the anointed one, which is Jehovah, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, Because when you're working in that field, the opposition is going to always come and try to stop you from doing what is right, from trying to get others to come on board, because the opposition is getting decreasing when you do that. They're losing the battle, so they're going to come against you to fight because they don't want to lose. They don't want to be diminished. They want to be proud and on the winning side just as the Most High. They want to be just like Him because He never loses. But that pride that's within them is what keeps them, that fire going, that desire to try your trials, those fiery trials. They're going to try you as though some strange thing happened unto you. And these could be even thoughts that come up into your mind. They don't have to be just people. They could be your own thoughts, your own desires. Just a little spark, and that combustion to make a fire. Like when I was a firefighter, working with the firefighters, we would have to find little kindles of fire and put them out quick because it could start up another fire. Just a little fire kindle. And this is what we must put out with that water of that knowledge. Put out all those kindles that's within our hearts. Verse 13. But rejoice in so much as ye are partakers of the anointed way, sufferings, that you are partakers of the anointed way's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy. Psalms 2, chapter 2, verse 10 through 12. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye teachers of the earth. Serve the Spirit of God with fear, with desire, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the servant, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way. When his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Proverbs 3, 1 through 3, 5 through 7. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck, write them upon the table of thine heart, upon the abundance of thine heart. 5 through 7. Trust in the Spirit of God with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own understandings. Fear the Spirit of God, and depart from evil. Jeremiah 3:15. Everything is in order. Everything is here for our understanding. We just have to go and seek in this book of remembrance. And Jeremiah 3:15, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall order you according to that spirit, which shall feed you, teach you with knowledge and understanding. And that knowledge and understanding is coming from the spirit of Jehovah. Let's go to Psalms 28. One through 28, 1 and 5 through 9. Unto thee will I cry, O Spirit of God, my rock. Be not silent to me, lest if thou be silent to me, I become like them that go down into the pit. 5 through 9. Because they regard not the works of the Spirit of God, nor the operation of his hands. He shall destroy them and not build them up. So this is for all of them that say God knows my heart, and there is no law. They can do whatever they want to do now, and all they got to do is believe. Knowledge and wisdom is given be the Spirit of God, because he hath heard the voice of my supplications. The Spirit of God is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoiceth, and with my song will I praise him. The Spirit of God is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed. Save thy people, and bless thine inheritance. Feed them also, and lift them up forever. And we see in Ezekiel got fed, and then he had to put in that work. So when he feeds us, we should receive that strength, that saving strength. And with that saving strength, we can use that to save others, because it's the word that anointed, that word that is coming within us, that we're eating, we're learning, that bread of life, that doctrine of Jehovah, that doctrine of wisdom. Let's go to Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 18, 6, 8, 12 through 15, and 17. As for the wondrous works of the Creator, there may nothing be taken from them, neither may anything be put unto them, neither can the ground of them be found out. 8. What is man, and whereto serveth he? What is his good, and what is his evil? 12 through 15. He saw and perceived their end to be evil, therefore he multiplied his compassion. The mercy of man is toward his neighbor, but the mercy of the Creator is upon all flesh. He reproveth and nurtureth and teacheth and bringeth again as a shepherd his flock. He hath mercy on them that receive discipline, and that diligently seek after his teachings and doctrines. My son, blemish not thy good deeds, neither use uncomfortable words when thou givest anything. 17. Lo, is not a word better than a gift, but both are with a gracious man. Luke 6:22 and 23. Blessed, knowledge and giving are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your way as evil, for the servant of man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for remember your reward is great in heaven, for in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Matthew 10, oh no, 11, Matthew chapter 11, verse 10, 27 through 30. For this is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger in the presence of thy understanding, which shall prepare thy way before thee. (27 through 30). All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the servant but the Father, neither knoweth any man the Father save the servant, and he to whomsoever the servant will reveal him. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. This is giving us instruction for all the teachers, are the ones that want to start teaching and have doubts within them. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. He will be your mouthpiece. He will be the words, control the words that come out your mouth. If you rely on him, if you put your trust in him, he could be that word. You will be that mouthpiece, but he will be that word. You won't speak your own words and vain opinions and imaginations of the heart. You won't be part of that world of darkness and deceit, but you will get rest within your soul because you're trusting and relying on that word of Jehovah. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Psalms 107, 4 through 6. Four through 6, 8, 10 through 15, 20, 24, 32, and 43. 107 of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 4 through 6. They wandered in the wilderness in a solitary way. They found no city to dwell in. Hungry and thirsty, their soul fainted in them. Then they cried unto the Spirit of God in their trouble, and he delivered them out of their distress. 8. Oh, that men would praise the Spirit of God for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of men. 10 through 15. such as sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, being bound in affliction and iron, because they rebelled against the words of Jehovah and contemned the counsel of the Most High. Therefore he brought down their heart with labor. They fell down, and there was no hope. There was none to help. Then they cried unto the Spirit of God in their trouble, and he saved them out of their distresses. He brought them out of darkness and the shadow of death, and brake their bands in sunder. Oh, that men would praise the Spirit of God for his goodness, and for his wonderful works to the children of men. This is what was ordered, and this is what was accomplished by that Spirit. So why don't we do our due diligence to serve who saved us? 20. He sent his word and healed them, and delivered them from their destructions. 24. These see the works of the Spirit of God and his wonders in the deep. 32. Let them exalt him also in the congregation of the people, and praise him in the assembly of the elders. But are you doing that? Or are you just keeping his word to yourself? Whoso is wise and will observe these things, even they shall understand the loving kindness of the Spirit of God. And his loving kindness is his mercy to save us, because he don't have to do it. But that promise that he gave to our forefathers, that he will not forsake us, but he will be with us, he keeps. And this is why he's the Almighty, because none other will do that. Luke 6:21. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. First Peter 5:2-3 and 5-7. Feed the flock of Jehovah, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. Neither as being lords, masters over Jehovah's heritage, but being examples to the flock. 5-7. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For Jehovah resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty power of Jehovah, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Isaiah 55. 3-4, 6-7, and 11-13. 3-4. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of the beloved David. Behold, remember, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and commander to the people. 6 through 7. Seek ye the Spirit of God while he may be found. Because you can't be found in that grave once you expire and perish away. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Spirit of God, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. 11 through 13. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. So you say you got that word within you, but you're not teaching. He commanded and instructed and ordered that word to do a service. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. For ye shall go out with joy, and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills, the high places shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Instead of the thorn shall come up the fir tree, and instead of the briar shall come up the myrtle tree. And it shall be to the Spirit of God for a way, for an everlasting sign that shall not be cut off. Isaiah 12, 1 through 6. And in that day thou shalt say, O Spirit of God, I will praise thee. Though thou wast angry with me, thine anger is turned away, and thou comfortest me. Behold, Jehovah is my Yahweh is my salvation, and I will trust and not be afraid. For the Spirit of God, Jehovah, is my strength and my song. He also is become my salvation. Therefore with joy shall ye draw the knowledge out of the wells of salvation. And in that day shall ye say, Praise the Spirit of God, call upon his way, declare his doings among the people, make mention that his way is exalted. Sing unto the Spirit of God, for he hath done excellent things. This is known in all the earth. But if we all don't teach, nobody is out here teaching, how could this excellent thing that is known that the Spirit of God has done be in all the earth? It's impossible. Cry out and shout, thou inhabitant of Zion, for great is the Holy One of Israel in the midst of thee. Let's go to Deuteronomy 10, 12 through 13, 15 through 17, and 20 through 22. Let's see what's ordered. And now, Israel, what doth the Spirit of God thy guide require of thee, but to desire the Spirit of God thy guide, to walk in all his ways, and to promise him, and to serve the Spirit of God thy guide with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Spirit of God and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. Only the Spirit of God had a delight in thy fathers to love to promise them, And he chose their seed after them, even you above all people, as it is this day. Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked. For the Spirit of God your guide is the God of gods, and Lord Master of masters, a great guide, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. 20 through 22. Thou shalt fear the Spirit of God thy God, him shalt thou serve, and to him shalt thou cleave, and swear by his way. He is thy praise, and he is thy guide, that have done for thee these great and terrible things which thine understanding have seen. Thy fathers went down into Egypt with 60 persons, and now the Spirit of God thy guide have made thee as the stars of heaven for multitude. Deuteronomy 30, 9 through 20. And the Spirit of God thy guide will make thee plenteous in every work of thine hand, and in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy land for good. For the Spirit of God will again rejoice over thee for good, as he rejoiced over thy fathers, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Spirit of God thy guide, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law. And if thou turn unto the Spirit of God thy guide with all thy heart, with all thine heart, and with all thy soul. For this commandment which I command thee this day, it is not hidden from thee, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven, that thou shouldest say, who shall go up for us to heaven, and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. Neither is it beyond the sea, that thou shouldest say, who shall go over the sea for us, and bring it unto us, that we may hear it and do it. So we see we don't have to go back into the land like some people carnally minded thinks. No, but the word is very nigh unto thee. It's not in the land. It's not in what they call Israel. It's not in that land of Jerusalem. In thy mouth is very nigh. It's in thy mouth and in thine heart, that thou mayest do it. See, I have set before you this day life and death, life and good, and death and evil. And in that I command thee this day to promise the Spirit of God thy God, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his teachings and doctrines, that thou mayest live and multiply. And the Spirit of God thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods, idols, and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, and both thou and thy seed may live, that thou mayest love the Spirit of God thy guide, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Spirit of God sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. Isaiah, and this is the last one, 26, 3 through 6 and 9. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Trust ye in the Spirit of God forever, For in the Spirit of God, Jehovah, is everlasting strength. For he bringeth down them that dwell on high, the lofty city he layeth it low even to the ground. He bringeth it even to the dust. The foot shall tread it down, even the feet of the poor, and the steps of the needy. 9. With my soul have I desired thee in the night, yea, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments, teachings, and doctrines are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. And this is the end of that teaching, what is ordered by the Spirit. I hope we got some understanding and some confidence to those that haven't begun their journey to teach. I hope this gave some instruction on what to do. And this is straight out of Compton, King James Bible University, and the House of the Lost Sheep of Israel. And we are not affiliated with any street camps, any theological Christian doctrine, any FBAs, any Pan-Africanisms, Black Pride movements, Black root, Hebrew roots movements, which they aren't Hebrews because they're still carnally minded and haven't passed over yet. But we refrain from taking any notes from any concordances or the Blue Letter Bible reference books, any Gentile books, the fake apocryphal books that they added, and we only subscribe to the 82 books of the King James Version, 1611 with the apocrypha. And I would like to say shalom.